That is nigga hurt.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? What's going on today? Welcome to this unexpected little edition of the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live in its usual places, right there on the Big Time Show YouTube page, the Facebook page, Big Time Show page on X or Twitter, and of course TikTok as well. Good afternoon. I will not be with you long. This is really not a show. This is breaking news. I'm quite sure by now everybody has at least had some type of notification on their phone about what we're getting ready to talk about very quickly, and how the news, of course, affects the Cowboys, and this will affect the Cowboys. Let me speak to everybody that's here rather quickly. Isaac Vale, I believe I pronounced it right, on TikTok. How you doing? Thanks for popping in on me. Thank you so much. Let's see who's on here real quick. Hope that you guys would possibly share for these few minutes. Let's see who's all here. Dagon's Filthy. How you doing, sir? Kid Cowboy in the building. What's going on? Look like Matthew. What's going on, Matthew? What is going on? Okay, I got other people in here. You haven't spoken, but hello to everybody. Will not be long at all. Just here to report now. As you know, Zach Martin, the great All-Pro, has retired. As of now, he has retired or put it in. We already kind of knew from last year he was already kind of leaning that way. Some thought that he might come back after the ankle surgery. Some people really thought that. But you know, the old saying is, once you start talking about it, once you start, your whole demeanor type changes, then maybe it's time for him to, go ahead and give it up. I don't want to. Last year, he was getting beat in a way that we never seen him get beat, but we found out that his ankle was really just messed up. And of course, if your ankles don't work, you can't do anything. So I don't want to get it confused like he was washed. He was hurt, and he tried to play on it, and in the process, he got beat. Nobody really knows why he's retiring. I'm quite sure that maybe even I'm quite sure maybe even with the surgery, and he may not be ready to, may have not been ready to go. But I bet you he feels a whole lot better than he did before he had it. Okay, so I want to clear that up. But sometimes you get old enough, and it's you just don't want to carry your body through that grind anymore. When you're his age and has played as much as he has, and a lot of times, what people have to think about retirement when you start talking about these professional athletes, no matter what the sport, you got to keep in mind they got plenty more years added to their career once you factor in their college ball playing days, their high school playing days. These professional athletes, especially football players, started out playing as kids and Pop Warner ball and all that. So this body, I don't know exactly when Zach started playing football as a child, but I mean, look at his age now. It's safe to say that this man has played football for over 25 years. There's only so much. What's up, Davino? There's only so much that the body can take, and then sometimes you simply just don't want to do it anymore. I think you got to factor that in. I think that we don't have to be. This is not a surprise, as I said. He was kind of hinting this way last year. He wasn't sure, but he was already leaning that way. And like I said, once you start saying that, then it's probably time for him to go. Now, without a doubt, we'll tip our hat to him. He is a no doubt first ballot Hall of Famer. He will walk straight into Canton, Ohio. He is a great, 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 great football player. He started off in his rookie year being an All-Pro, and they don't get no better than that. And for every year, with the exception of last year, of course, this dude was either a Pro Bowl or All-Pro. I think he's 11 times. I think he selected to the Pro Bowl 9 times. 9 times out of 11 seasons, and then he's a 7-time first team All-Pro. So this guy, man, is is no question. When they take his vote, if he's not a unanimous Hall of Famer, something is wrong with the voting system in there. So this dude is the truth. It ain't no question about that. He'll go into the Ring of Honor one day. No doubt about that. He's special. All decade performer. Whatever every accolade, he got it. He was predominantly known for just about all his career as the best guard in the game. I mean, come on, man. This dude is the truth. So when you lose a guy like that, it hurts. When you lose a guy like that, it hurts. But it was expected. All right. So we tip our hat to him. He's a great player. Not happy to see him go. It's just going to be strange not to have Big 70 out there. But you move on. Now, I gave him all his credit. Now I'm going to tell you why I'm scared. All right. And I won't be long here. The problem with the Cowboys is this. In particular, Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, I guess you might want to throw in Will McClay a little bit. See, the Cowboys, prior to just a few minutes ago, to me, had an incredible chance on hitting a home run with the pick number 12 in the first round. I don't think they can mess this up. I didn't think they could mess it up prior to Zach saying he's retiring. Now that Zach Martin says he's retiring, and he should if that's what he don't want to play anymore. Now the Cowboys probably, I ain't gonna say probably, but they really, because of our years past, now you're gonna probably start looking heavily into this draft and probably in May. Let me say that. I don't want to mess up my words too bad. I think now that Zach, you know, has done that. I wouldn't be surprised if now that guard or whatever comes into play. We lost a lineman, so we're gonna be shopping for one. But the Cowboys are known for drafting first year linemen, and that's their go-to thing, first round. And I personally do not want it. I think you're gonna have some real difference makers at pick number 12. I'm not saying you don't draft a guard, but the Cowboys always want to draft one in the first round, an offensive lineman in the first round. I'm tired of that narrative. I'm sorry. Some of you guys may want, some of you guys may know some guards that, you may figure they're ready to be first round. I don't want it. I don't want to be drafted. I want at pick number 12. I want a home run hitter. That's what I want. And I believe we'll have a chance there. But I believe with Zach retiring, I believe this may give the Cowboy fans the ending or the beginning of the draft that we didn't want, because they now have a chance to mess this thing up. The Cowboys are the type, they will have Travis. I know he's not going to be there. Please don't get me wrong. They will have Travis Hunter sitting right there at 12 and will pick a lineman anyway. That's just how the Cowboys are. They'll have Abdul Carter there, and they'll pick a lineman. This is how they are. Whoever you think about, even though those two names I know are going early, you know what I'm saying? They will have whoever you think is there, and they would pick a lineman. It's just something that they've always done, and I'm so tired of that. When you got a chance to really make a real impression, because the Cowboys are not going to be drafted this high a lot. I firmly believe if they stay healthy, they'll be back at their usual 19 and down, somewhere between 18 and down. They really never really had a chance to draft this high. And since they are drafting this high, I feel like that they should hit a home run. They should be purposely looking to make a splash in this thing. There's going to be too many good players there at 12. And I'm looking for difference makers. And I'm not saying that the old line can't be one. It's just that, come on, man. I agree, Sean. We're going to draft a lineman. We're going to draft a guard. But it don't have to be in the first round. It don't have to be in the second round. You know what I'm saying? It really don't. I just know I don't want the Cowboys to have any opportunity of messing this thing up. And I just got a feeling. That they could very well mess this thing up. They have a infinity for drafting linemen. That's the one thing they do well. You have to admit that when you look at all the names over the years, especially within the last 10 years or so, they hit pretty good with linemen. We got too many all pros over the last 10 years to say, to prove that. They kind of know what they're looking for when it comes to offensive linemen. Last year was, the first kind of questionable one, because we've been spoiled by the linemen being so good that they're at least Pro Bowlers. Guyton and BB. It's been a while since we had these type of guys, and at least one of them didn't make the Pro Bowl. Between Guyton and BB. So when they don't make it, they say, Cowboy fans so spoiled. They say that they're trash. And they're not trash. They just not, Tyler Guyton is not Tyler Smith, where you just come in dominating. BB was not Tyler Biotis. I ain't gonna even talk about Somebody else, Lee Tyler Biotis, made the Pro Bowl twice, actually. So you can't, we're just so used to these guys being good that when somebody don't make it, they want to say they're trash. No, they're not trash. They just not as good as some of these Hall of Famers that we done had or Pro Bowl players that we had. So I just don't want to. I just don't want the Jones family to mess it up. I believe with Zach retiring, you already know you can hear the conversation, but we gotta get another guard. We gotta get they were gonna do it anyway, but Cowboys act like it's high priority. Just don't mess this up at 12. I don't even want you to mess it up in the second round, to be honest with you. And that's what I noticed. So again, for those that know, I told you I won't be long. Just breaking news. Zach Martin has retired. Things have just gotten interesting. Again, I saw somebody in the chat say something about free agency. Go get a guard. I saw somebody said Will Hernandez from Arizona. That means you have to make a trade in order to do that. Just it's time now for options now. Do you inside the building, do you put Brock Hoffman at guard, or do you move BB back to guard, which is his natural position? Do you move Hoffman then to center? They have some answers already in the building. They have answers in the building that I think some of you would be comfortable with playing. Brock Hoffman is very suitable to start. BB moving to his back, his next position is always an answer, but Hoffman has played guard as well, and BB can stay at center. I wouldn't be mad to go play football with that. I think they have an answer. TJ Bass is not bad at all. I think we can play football just with what we have now. But you know how the Cowboys are. And we're going to need another lineman anyway. So, a lineman will get drafted. I just don't want it to be high. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. Yeah. It's a shame. What Terry just said is a shame. You have Hall of Famers in that. If y'all can see that, you have Hall of Famers that he just named, but it's Hall of Famers that didn't win a championship, didn't get to the NFC championship. They're just going to have Pro Bowls and all pros on their list. They go into the Hall of Fame. It's just a shame. But, hey, it is what it is. Kudos to Zach Martin. Job well done. Great football player. He deserves to go out his way. He made the decision. And see, that's what Shane talking about. See right there. This is what I don't want to see. See, that's what I don't want to see. That's the mentality that I don't want to see. I'm not knocking you, Shane, because that's not what we need at pick 12. At in the second round, early second round. See, that's not what we need. We don't need that. And I got a feeling they're gonna do exactly what Shane just said right there. And it wouldn't be wrong, but it's just that this is the first time you're gonna hear somebody saying we need to draft a guard at 12. See what I'm saying? It's kind of like exactly what Shane just said there. He said we got to do it now. It don't have to be in the first round. It does not have to be in the first round. That's all I'm saying. And you're gonna have a lot of people that's now about to go to the mock drafts and see who's the number one guard, and everybody feel the start shifting that way, because you know how the Cowboys are as far as drafting linemen goes. This fits them. This fits. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. That's me. If we were talking about Genty, if we were talking about Burden or Boga or whoever you want to talk about, we were not talking about Lyman at 12. I don't want Lyman at 12. I'm sorry. I don't want it. We ain't talked about that the whole time. Matter of fact, everybody was saying we want Genty there. Then if not Genty, we go get Burden, we go get somebody or linebacker, and then in the second round, everybody was saying if you ain't got Genty, go get Hampton or get Caleb Johnson. So again, we were talking about wide receiver help, defensive help, and then running back in the second. Nobody was saying nothing about no guard in the first two rounds. Nobody. Now Zach done retired. And I see what you said, Shane. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We can get a quality lineman in the third round. You can. You can. Matthew, it remained to be seen. I believe it when I see it. Hey, Sugar Dad, I see you. Exactly. This is my whole point. This is my whole point right there. See, I believe you can play with Brock Hoffman or BB moving back to guard. Brock Hoffman can play center and guard. BB can play center or guard. So he just whatever way you want to roll with it. I love Brock Hoffman. Me personally. See what I'm saying? I don't want and you know the Cowboys will be saying like, okay, we're drafting now for, now and the future. I want to, they've already got two young guys. Now it look like you're gonna get three, and they're gonna be looking to build for the next 10, 12 years. Nothing wrong with that. But that definitely probably ain't the plan. That's not the plan. That wasn't the plan. Everybody know what the plan is. Even though we got coaches that love to run, I give you that. So Lyman would be in the factor. I just don't think, I just don't think it was going to happen at 12 and wherever we're drafted in the second round. That's just me. I don't know the plan. They're playing very well. May now be we're going to get old line in the first round, and then I'll say, okay, well nothing has changed. Here we go again. That's what I don't want. I'm sorry. We get Lyman. Let's get it later on for a change. It's just me. All right. JD, what's up? I see you. Yeah, there it is. Depending on what to get, Shane. I agree with you. You're gonna need them to play well. After last year, I'm not so hype about getting a rookie offensive lineman. We had two of them, and now they're going into their second year. I'm just, last year I'm not so sure about rookie offensive linemen, no matter the position. I just don't. I ain't never like that. So I don't know, but kudos to Zach Martin. Kudos to Zach Martin. Job well done. He will be getting a gold jacket in 5 years. I think that's how it goes. 5 years after retirement, he will be getting a gold jacket. Should be a no question first ballot Hall of Famer. He will be in the Ring of Honor. No question. I'm just interested to see how long Jerry gonna make him wait for that. See, some players you don't have to wait and all that type of stuff for Ring of Honor. I mean, just once he said he was retiring, okay, sometime this year in the season, you should be putting Zach Martin. You should be putting Zach Martin in the Ring of Honor. Why you got to wait for what? Oh, I'm sorry. There's some guys that need to go in before him. Okay, I get it. It's people like Jason Witten. Jason Witten gonna make it, obviously. So Witten been out for a while. But I guess those guys that are in the Ring of Honor are also in the Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken, with the exception of Darren Woodson. Maybe you have to make the Hall of Fame first before you go in. I don't know. I think they both not really, but I'm answering my own question. Darren Woodson is in the Ring of Honor, but he's not in the Hall of Fame. So if that is the case, then some people don't need to wait. Zach Martin is one of those dudes. I don't even know why Jason Witten is not in the Ring of Honor yet. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Some people just don't have to wait. What they meant to the organization was big. So I just don't think you have to wait. But that's neither here or there. All right, I'm done, y'all. That's really all I have for you. Since that has happened now, I think draft and strategy obviously is about to change. We will see in a little while what's going to happen with that. But another need now is on the list. Guard. And we're not going to fill them all out this year. I hope everybody knows that. We're not going to take care of all of this year. It's going to take about 2 years to get everything right, because half of these guys we're going to pick this year is not going to make the team. Half of them going to be on the practice squad. Half of them going to get cut. I'm just saying. There's only a few spots for starters that are there. I think I went down the list before what we know for sure that we got competition day one. You got a shot. There's only just a few spots, offensively and defensively, where there's a chance for a rookie to come in and compete to be a day one starter. Just a few on this team. So we'll see what happens. Will McClay just got some more work that need to be done. Quite sure the coaching staff they're already kind of looking at people, but I'm quite sure they'll put a little extra on it. We got a lot of work to do before free agency and the draft begins. So we got to make sure. All right. Y'all have a good evening. I will talk about this obviously more on Saturday at 3:00. We will talk about this a little bit more in depth, and we'll talk to you then. Appreciate you guys coming in real quickly, and we'll see you on Saturday at 3:00. This has been the one and only, the Big Time Show.